United Kingdom, a gorgeous country with varying scenery, cliffs, a thing of wonder. And we are in Glasgow. The city is located on the banks of the River Clyde in west central Scotland, 400 miles north of London. Drew McIntyre's hometown of Ayr is located 40 miles to the southwest of here on the Firth of Clyde. And we are live today, 4 p.m. here in Glasgow, the OVO Hydro Arena, as our Smackdown at Clash at the Castle will be held. We're just feet away at SEC Hall 4. Welcome to the Clash at the Castle kickoff show. And ladies and gentlemen, there is the aforementioned Mr. McIntyre. First player to earn the Scottish-born WWE champion. He battles Damian Priest for the World Championship tomorrow night. And there's the #1 contender for the WWE Women's title, Piper Niven, a true trailblazer for Scottish women's wrestling. Piper was born in Kilburnie, just 20 miles southwest of here. Hello, Glasgow! Hundreds and hundreds of WWE fans have shown up. I'm Michael Cole, the voice of WWE. I'm so glad you guys could join us for the Clash at the Castle kickoff. Now, tomorrow at Clash of the Castle, many of your own will be battling it out. How about Alba Fire from Paisley? Isla Dawn from Glasgow? Piper Niven from Kilburnie? And the man who may become the World Heavyweight Champion from Ayr, Drew McIntyre. I'm a bourbon guy, but I think I'm going to develop a taste for scotch being in your country. Without further ado, please welcome the man, well, he's the reason we're here. He is the Chief Content Officer of WWE. Please welcome the Hall of Famer, Paul Triple H.
Hello, Scotland. There are a lot of you here, huh? Are you gonna be loud? I said, are you gonna be loud?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 8 years, we are doing WWE television shows here in Glasgow, and for the first time ever, we have a premium live event in Scotland, all thanks to Triple H.
It's not thanks to me. It's thanks to you. We are here for you. We are here to give you everything we have because we know, Scotland, you will give us everything you have.
You know, Paul, I mentioned this at the top of the show. There are so many Scottish superstars on our roster now that have made it possible for us to come here for this event. I mentioned Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, who have a tag team championship match tonight. Piper Niven, of course, battles for the women's championship. It's Drew McIntyre trying to win a world title in his homeland. How important is this event to all of them?
I think it is amazing to show the global nature of what WWE has become. Superstars. Here's the thing, it is not because of me. I am just like every single one of you. I was a kid that sat on my couch every weekend and watched wrestling and watched WWE until it wasn't on anymore. I would sit there all day and do it. It was all I ever wanted to be and all I ever wanted to do, and it is, to me, the greatest form of entertainment on this planet. So, for me to be a small piece in the cog of what is happening right now, it is remarkable, but it is the WWE superstars. It is the men and women that work behind the scenes, camera people, techs, everyone, that make it possible for us to travel around the world to come in front of people like you and do what we do for you. That is what makes this great, always will be what makes it great long after I and everybody else here are gone. So the thanks truly is to all of them and to all of you.
And before we let Triple H go, I believe he probably has a question to ask all of you.
Are you ready? That's it! Are you ready?
I just want to see if you run out of air. No, I mean, I feel like there is a question that needs to be asked here for all of you, and it's a personal question, but I just
Are you ready?
really feel like I want to know the answer. So if you can be truthful on this. Are you ready? No, Scotland! I said, are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Triple H Levesque, AJ Styles. And TNA, you're a former two-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Your thoughts? Your thoughts on this?
What a great time to be a wrestling fan. Mixing it up with TNA talent, going over there, some coming over here. I think it's the best of both worlds. And for me, it's kind of like if I were running the show, that's exactly what I would do.
Champion, the American Nightmare. right there because I've actually said that. Undesirable to undisputed. Cody Rhodes.
The one thing I learned when I walked away was just how to get down and dirty. You guys ever heard of a group called the Bullet Club? So Michael's question, I'll pose to you guys because it's a great question. Am I vicious enough to beat AJ Styles? Am I angry enough to go full Homelander and rip AJ Styles? And with everything you've learned about me and everything that we have been through together as the story continues, do you guys trust me to give you the absolute best WWE Championship match, the best PLE going? And is Scotland gonna get another PLE in WWE's future? Thank you guys very much. Enjoy. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Nightmare and your undisputed WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. The #1 contender for the WWE Women's Championship, Piper Niven. First, Piper, welcome home.
Before we start, 1 second. Wait. Who's this chap? That's not me. We don't look the same. Change that. New photo, please, next time.
Piper, welcome home.
Thank you very much.
You were brought up in a town called Kilburn. Tell me a little bit about this community.
Kilburn is a very, very tiny town of maybe 5,000 people. Usually, someone asked me today, what do you see in Kilburn? And I said, the road to Irvine, usually. People don't really go there for anything. We have a Tesco's. Tesco. That's Target from my American friends. But I'm so incredibly proud to come from a tiny, tiny town and a tiny, tiny country.
You know, Piper, I like to tell this story about you. You, growing up, were a massive wrestling fan, and you wanted to be a professional wrestler. But you hid it because you were afraid that people would think you were weird because wrestling was for the boys. When did you break out of that shell and realize that you wanted to do this?
No surprises, I was already the weird bullied kid and I didn't have to give anybody any more ammo. I'm sure everybody in this room knows what that feels like. And then I became a teenager and got more interested in silly things like boys. And then when I was 16, I found the SWA Pro Wrestling School and my life changed forever.
You have become one of the trailblazers as it comes to women's wrestling here in Scotland. You, of course, started as Viper, which many will remember. You are a former ICW women's champion. Experiences within the indies in the UK help you in your career and your growth to get to WWE?
Because particularly in Scotland, work on the indies, you work with the hardest hitting buggers that you would ever be faced with. I went to Japan and went, this is a cakewalk. Like, I've already had my teeth panned in several times off Kaylee Ray. This is nothing.
You were a pioneer of the NXT UK division. And now, for the first time in 2 years, you get a shot at a singles championship, a one-on-one shot at the singles championship, the WWE Women's title. However,
You deserve it! 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 You deserve it!
I love you.
okay, I'm going to be the jackass here now and say that, yeah, many say you deserve it, but there are a lot of people who say you don't. Because you didn't do anything to earn this except attack the champion Bayley. What is your response to the critics when they say something like that?
Do you know where we are right now?
Glasgow?
Do you see this ocean of people?
Can't miss them, they're loud.
Do you know why we're here? Because people like me put wrestling on the map. Me and all these people here made WWE come to us. And quite frankly, I'm tired of pretending I'm not one of the best in the roster, because I am. And I got tired of patiently waiting, and I started kicking down doors. And unfortunately, nobody told Bayley not to answer the door to Piper.
Well, without further ado, why don't we bring out a woman who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame, and there is no doubt about that. She is a 4-time world champion, 2-time tag champ. She's won Money in the Bank, and she won a Royal Rumble, setting a record this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the WWE Women's Champion, Bayley! Piper Niven.
Piper, like I said, this past SmackDown, how much respect I have for you, although it didn't seem that you cared very much. And I understand, because this is what you want, this is what you're here for, this is what the people are here for. And so I took that into consideration. You know, if I think back in 2016, when these people serenaded me on Monday Night Raw, I haven't forgot that. So I know this is your home country, and I know everything you've accomplished. I watched about 15 of your matches last night, and I know you inside and outside of those ropes. But I think I'm their adopted girl over here too, so I think I'm gonna put up as big to fight as you.
This may be your biggest challenge since you won the WWE Women's Championship in WrestleMania. Have you thought about what happens if you lose?
We all know I've done a lot of losing in my career, okay? But I'm still here, right? I never left. I never took a break. I never gave up. I'm right here. You have something to say?
Oh, sorry, is it just cute when you're rude and obnoxious?
Speaking the truth, Piper.
Refreshing.
I am Groot. 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 I am Groot.
Actually, do you know what? I have a question for you, Bailey. How does it feel knowing that you're down to literal minutes before I kick your head in and take that title? Here's another question, Bailey. Do you believe in magic? Because you're going to need some to beat me.
Is that all you got, Piper? Is that all you got? I think these people are in for a show tomorrow night, Piper. Because I'm not letting this go. I worked too damn hard to get here. I know that you built the foundation, and thank you for getting us to this PLE.
WWE Champion, a one-time world champion. He is the first ever Scottish-born WWE champion. Without further ado, please welcome, from Ayr, Scotland, the Scottish warrior, Drew McIntyre!
You and I have got some. It's been absolutely mental, by the way. I came home on BBC, on STV, all the TV shows, all the radio shows I watched growing up. I get a chance to get some Iron Brew, maybe a little bucky on Wednesday.
I am Drew. I am Drew. I am Drew. I am Drew. I am Drew.
It's half bucky chance, half Iron Brew chance. It's been unbelievable. I just can't wrap my head around this. This is beyond the dream. The first PLE in Scotland. You know, Big D's in the main event for the world title.
Did you ever think 20 years ago, 25 years ago when you started that we'd be here today?
want to pretend and say yes, but when I was growing up, the dream was make it for air, make it to WWE, main event WrestleMania, win the world title, and I did that. But it seems like every time I think to myself something's impossible, just because it's never been done doesn't mean it can't get done. In the first Clash at the Castle, I've been harassing WWE forever. I was like, listen, it's been like 30 years since we've had a significant stadium show in the UK. Maybe we have that show again. Heard excuses like logistics and time difference, and in 2018 we did a show in Australia. And I was like, time difference, by the way? There's no crazier time difference in Australia. And finally it happened. I'm sure you can ask me questions about Clash at the Castle, but it finally happened. What happened? I got screwed. It was perfect till it wasn't perfect. But then a miracle happened. Clash at the Castle Part 2. A redo in Scotland. You got a question? I keep talking.
No, I do. We're civil tonight, right? Okay, so...
Next question. So thinking about it, the one person who's not going to be there is my wife. She's in surgery right now, emergency surgery. She told me, I want you to go there and bring that title home. And I'm going to bring that title home.
You mentioned Clash at the Castle, the first one. And Drew, you were screwed. There's no doubt about that. However, Monday Night on Raw, you beat Finn Balor, which means that all of Judgment Day is now barred from ringside tomorrow night at Clash at the Castle. So if I dare say this, there are no more excuses. You have to win tomorrow night. What happens if Drew McIntyre does not win tomorrow night at Clash at the Castle?
Riot! 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 Riot!
McIntyre is going to win. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the man who will defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre tomorrow night in Glasgow. El Campeón, the World Heavyweight Champion from Judgment Day, Damian Priest.
Take their pictures while anyone I'm walking into. It's a bunch of children. I really look like I'm getting thrown off my game from a bunch of children. This is not hostile territory. I was raised in hostile territory. This is a bunch of kids booing. This is not going to throw me off my game. You guys are not going to help Drew McIntyre. Obviously, you've never been together. No, and I don't want to.
So, talk about getting thrown off your game. Damian, when you defended the championship against Jey Uso at Clash at the Castle, your crew got involved. And no doubt that...
You know what? If there's one thing that I'm embarrassed about, is the fact that this clown held this title for 5 minutes. So... There's a famous speech, I just didn't hear half of it because they were telling you to please be quiet. It's cool because I can't understand you and I can't understand them, so it's alright. Alright, I mean I said this the other day, but it bears repeating. 5 minutes 46 seconds has been way more talked about than your entire title reign so far. Because you keep bitching about it. You know what? Someone's got to say something nice about you. Damian Priest, you tried to be this person. I'm going to take a moment here to say you're a hell of an athlete. You paid your dues, you've earned your spot, you deserve to be WWE right at the top level. You do. And I could say I'm going to crush you quickly tomorrow night, but I know I'm not. You're not going to give up easy. This is going to be baptism under fire for you. You're going to prove you belong. You're just not good enough to be world champion in the same company as Drew McIntyre. That's it. I don't know how you can say that when I'm holding it right now.
Okay, guys.
I can see the fire in your eyes. People have been talking about this match for a long time, but unfortunately for you, I dream broken dreams. Make them come true, mate. And tomorrow night, I'm going to make them for you.
Okay, guys, we'll get to the fighting tomorrow night. Will it be a career-defining win for Damian Priest? Will Drew McIntyre finally win the World Heavyweight Championship once again in front of his hometown crowd in Glasgow, Scotland? It happens at Clash of the Castle. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
score of the Germany-Scotland game on? They should have stayed at home. What you saying? Enunciate. They're the ones who are hard to listen to hear. I'm not. I speak very clearly, right? This is an emotional weekend for everybody. Don't let the emotions get the better of me. Stop wanting me. You hear exactly what I'm being saying. We started 20 years ago in this country wrestling called Marnik. Where else have we been wrestling? The truth of the matter is, I started my career in here. This fella across the ring from me. And as much as we argue, and as much as we fight, we always find a way to grab a few pints and make up, you know what I mean? That's why the Scots and the Irish are so close. We'll knock the crap out of each other, we'll go for a pint afterwards, right? Tomorrow night, fella, is the biggest night of your career. Here in the heartland of Scotland in Glasgow, some of the loudest bands you will hear in the world. The result didn't go so well tonight for the Scots, but guess what? Tomorrow night is your night. You're in your back garden. You got the heart of every Scotsman behind you. You're my brother, I love you, but finish your destiny and take that World Heavyweight Championship like you were destined to. Go get it, fella!
For Seamus, they're listening right now. When I left Scotland, I was in Glasgow, Caledonian, when I got signed by WWE. I was 21 years old, I went to America, and I was clueless. And thanks to the fact he's 25 years older than me, 27 years older than me, he looked after me, made sure I kept ahead, and I wouldn't be here right now, standing live in the Hydro for the first Scottish PLE. The world title match, if it wasn't for Seamus having my back. I also wouldn't be here without all of you. Cheering me on the whole time, supporting me the whole time, believing that a guy from somewhere as small as here, somewhere as small as Scotland, could make the impossible possible when I won the World Heavyweight Championship. Not once, not twice, but 3 times, and tomorrow night is going to be 4 times. Really hard for me to process all this. This wasn't a thing growing up. To main event in Scotland, WWE TV, it just didn't exist. I get screwed over in the last Clash of the Castle. The perfect situation. It was ridiculous finish, and even sillier sing along afterwards. But I get the redo back home The redo where it began at the start of my career, when I got fired back in ICW. That was 10 years ago, 3 days ago that I got fired. And I'm standing here in front of all of you to say, are you ready? Big weekend for Scotland. No Scotland, no party. Big Drew's Tartan Army is walking in to tomorrow night. Make me a promise, I'll make you a promise. Tomorrow night, when we're here from the start of the show to the end of the show, when I'm standing there with the world title, you make your voice heard. You show the world what I've been telling them all week, and every radio station, every TV show, we're the freaking loudest people, most passionate nation on planet Earth. And I'll make sure we get a stadium show. And it's not the Ibrox, it won't be Celtic Park. It's the middle ground, it'll be bloody Murrayfield if I have my way. So if we could all just drink only about, 50 pints tonight, save it for tomorrow night. I promise never make no Scotland, no party. Tomorrow night is going to be Scotland non-stop party for about a year straight. Because Big D's taking the title home. And I've been up and down Sunday Hall Street with that thing, with a bottle of bucky in my left hand and a bottle of Iron Brew in my right hand. Slanja! Tomorrow's our bloody night. Cheers, everybody!